Yay, what's going on, guys? Long time no see. We back. And if we're back, it's probably because something big has happened in the world of sports. Huge. So let me bring in my partner, Mr. Joey Two Wallets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
How you
right.
doing?
So I'm doing good, man. It's the Coastal Bros. We back, Why are we back though? Maybe because an interesting bracket and ranking came out and about an hour ago now. And they didn't mean let's talk about it. So it's college football ranking playoffs. It's the last year of the four teams only. They're going to go to multiple. I think it's
16.
16 or eight teams or 16 teams next year. So we won't have this
Yeah.
controversy. And all we got to say is thank you, Georgia. Because if Georgia, you handle your business, we don't have this controversy. Or maybe we do.
I
And
just want to say, oh, go ahead.
And the fact that I think there was some bias here. I think there was a lot of bias in here. But let's get into it. College football ranking playoffs came out, and we have it. Here it is. Number 1, Michigan. Agreed. Okay. Controversy to believe.
Completely agreed. Yes.
Yeah, controversy and good the whole Jim Harbaugh's issue and the stealing signs and things like that. Okay, but you can't really hurt the team. Team played really well. Number 2, Washington. Hey, Pac-12, gonna miss you. That was my conference. It's not there no more. That was my conference, not yours.
There you go. Yours. Okay.
That was my conference. I'm gonna miss you. Hey, Washington, number 2, totally agree. I'm good with that. You good with Washington at number 2?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
All right. So now we get to the controversy in this. Ready?
Jared Goff just scored again.
Jared Goff. Yeah, I saw Tyreek.
Fantasy football, baby. Fantasy football. But keep going. Keep rolling.
Let's take this to college football, okay?
Keep rolling.
On a
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning to you, Sunday afternoon, talk college football. But the rankings, just like I said, just came out. Number 3, Texas. All right. They beat Alabama.
We got a problem.
Okay. They beat Alabama and they won their conference. Okay. All right.
Please open the floor with that.
They won their conference. Number 4, Alabama. What? In the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin, what? Somehow, some way, Alabama's 4, and your undefeated 13-0 ACC champion Florida State Seminoles, 13-0, number 5.
Okay.
Georgia number 6. Hey, I know you won 29, 30 games in a row, back-to-back national champions, but you lost your conference. So you're out and you lost. Okay. So again, I agree with number 1. I agree with number 2. I think number 3 should be at number 4.
And okay, now we're at a stalemate here. Okay.
And then I think FSU should be number 3. Okay, they won their conference. Now this is how I'm saying it real quick. FSU is number 3. Texas is number 4 because they beat Alabama. So Alabama goes to 5 and Georgia goes to 6 because Georgia lost to Alabama in the conference championship game. So you're not the SEC champ. So the SEC champ should go to 5. Great, cool. But you lost your game to Texas. So that are automatically right there moves Texas up. It's basically everybody moved up. Everybody moved up.
Like I said, now we have a problem.
Michigan can go to 1. Washington can go to 2. Florida State, who was ranked 4.
Right, 4. And 1.
And 1.
And 1.
Yet still out.
Still out. Right. Now, where was Alabama ranked? Just give me that little teaser right there, just real quick. Where were they ranked?
Yo, what's up, Anthony? What do you mean? Alabama was ranked 3.
They were ranked 3, and they beat number who?
They beat number 1. I get it.
Okay. Let's stay right there. So if they're ranked 3 and they beat 1, let's just remember this, okay? Just my problem is not Alabama. My problem is, how does Florida State get jumped by Texas? Okay? Who did Florida State lose to this year? Indulge me.
They didn't lose to anybody.
They didn't lose to anybody. Who did Washington lose to this year?
Nobody.
Nobody. Who did Michigan lose to this year?
The referees. No, nobody.
Nobody. Okay, so we got 3 perfect teams, and we're going to have one loss team.
Okay.
Why does Texas get in when they lost to Oklahoma State? Not Oklahoma. Oklahoma State.
When they lose to Oklahoma State? Earlier.
December 3rd.
I'm gonna pull their schedule up real quick.
Yeah, December 3rd, they lost to Oklahoma State.
I pulled up Florida State, and I pulled up Alabama.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. Who did Texas lose to? 49-21 Oklahoma State.
No, they beat Oklahoma State 49-21.
Okay.
They lost to Oklahoma, who was ranked 12th at the time, 31-24.
Okay, that's why I thought that was funny. But you lost to Oklahoma. Where's Oklahoma ranked now?
Not in the top.
They're not in the top, right? So you technically, by this, if you're looking at schedule and you say, oh, they lost to Oklahoma, it doesn't say that they're ranked 12th at the time. You still lost to Oklahoma, who couldn't even keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Oklahoma was 12th, I think, at the time. Or maybe now. Because they have, at the time, Oklahoma was ranked 12th. They lost to Oklahoma.
My laptop has technical difficulties. Give me 1 second.
That's all right. I got you. So they lost to Oklahoma when they were ranked 12th. Oklahoma was ranked 12th. That's why I think Texas should be at number 4.
That's why Texas should be at number 5.
No, Texas should be at 4 because they beat Alabama.
Okay, but you're
in Alabama.
Bama and Alabama. Okay, but Alabama lost to a top 5 team. A 1-loss program should be invited here.
Right. I'm giving you the 1 loss. The 1-loss program should be the Big 12's Texas.
Okay, I get that. So you're going to take the SEC champ out when they just beat the number 1 team and their only loss is to a legit top 5 team. Oh, well, when you're talking about bringing in come on, man.
No, because you're telling me that the schedule doesn't matter. And you're also telling me,
the schedule does matter. The wins and losses of it.
And I get it right here. Florida State's out because of their third-string quarterback. And it's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because if Jordan Travis does not get hurt on November 18th against North Alabama,
we're not having this conversation because Texas would be out of it.
Because they're in, right? And then you could say
Alabama would still be more deserving over Texas. They just beat the number 1 team.
No, look, SEC is just biased. SEC is that top-rated conference that you have to have somebody in there because they didn't go by the best teams. I'm sorry. To me, they didn't go by the best teams. They went, okay, you want to go by strength of schedule? Alabama's strength of schedule is
that's just the first part of the argument.
All right. Here's the strength of schedule, right? The SEC teams, they're all good. So that's automatically you're already behind the 8 ball if you want to do that because they're all good. So now you have to go to non-conference game because you can't do SEC. SEC teams, they're all pretty good.
Okay, but the other conference, that Texas one is on what conference?
Texas is in the Big 12 right now. They're in the SEC next year.
Right, but not right now. So they beat the Big 12. Can you honestly sit there and say that all the teams in the Big 12 are good?
But let's go with the non-conference, though. if it's a non-conference, the head-to-head, who beat who?
I get that. We'll get there, but let's start with what you just said. Everybody that Alabama has faced is legit competition.
Correct.
Everybody Texas has played is not this year.
But you're looking at it, who they beat. Let's just okay. They beat Rice. Rice is horrible, right? They beat Wyoming. That's not that good. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then in their conference, though, I believe Baylor's in their conference.
Yeah.
Baylor's Big 12.
But
Kansas,
Baylor's not good right now.
Yeah, Kansas not good. They lost. To
No,
Oklahoma.
no. Kansas was good this year. Kansas State was bad this year. They switched. Normally it is the other way around. But Kansas was actually good this year.
They beat Kansas State by 3 in overtime. Okay, that was probably a tough game. They beat TCU by 3.
Which was bad. They were bad this year.
They beat Iowa State.
They didn't have a good year.
They beat Texas Tech, which slaughtered them by 50. Then they
And they were so.
Then they beat their conference and they win. And they beat Oklahoma State. So they went. So in their conference, they went 8-1.
Right. And the famous words of, oh man, what's his name? They beat a bunch of tomato cans.
But if you go strength of schedule, though, but if you're going strength of schedule, to me, I think Texas should be 4, just because the fact that they beat Alabama. If they didn't face Alabama this year, I have no problem with Alabama being being number 4. Right?
Okay.
Okay. I don't believe, but I'm just saying because it should have been gone between those 3 things. My problem is leaving an ACC team, a top
ACC champion team, right?
Champion team
out of the playoff. Right. When honestly, in my estimation and looking at the strength of schedule, the ACC teams are more difficult and just better, well-rounded teams than they are in the Big 12.
Correct.
So again, you're taking the top of the Big 12 because their name is Texas. They're not in because they're on third string quarterback. They're in because Texas is big money. Let's just keep it real.
Okay, so they're also in because they went off by matchups, not the best team. They went on matchup. They got scared. They didn't want another TCU Georgia national championship game. They got scared because everybody wants to talk about that, but if you forget, TCU actually won a playoff game last year.
Yeah, I remember.
So they got scared because they were like, "Oh man, if this quarterback is out," but you never know because their defense, the defense of Florida State was playing lights out.
Okay, me personally, you put Texas and Florida State on the neutral field right now. Who you got?
Texas and Florida State.
Texas and Florida State. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Florida State.
Thank you. That's even with the third string quarterback, I'm still taking Florida State.
Right.
So why is Texas in when they have a worse loss than Alabama?
Because they beat Alabama. That's why.
Right. Okay, but they beat Alabama when?
Doesn't matter. You beat Alabama. Alabama should go undefeated. To everybody that wears Roll Tide and Crimson Tide, they expect Alabama to go undefeated every year and win the SEC championship.
Right.
Correct?
But who did they just beat? Texas didn't just beat Alabama. They beat them very early on in the season when Alabama wasn't even Alabama yet.
They beat them.
Okay, yes, they beat them. I get it. It's well documented. They beat Alabama in the very beginning of the season. Texas beat Alabama. This is well documented, right? We got that whole frame, right? Alabama beat Georgia. And their worst loss is Texas, who's a legit top 5 team. I'm not taking it away from Texas, but Texas is not better than Florida State. Texas is in the playoffs because their name is Texas. They're Longhorns. Hook them, baby.
Okay.
They're getting in because they got cred. They got street cred.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the catch. Right?
Yeah.
Who's Georgia played?
and Georgia's nowhere in this playoff.
Right. So I agree with that. But Georgia didn't play.
Agreed.
But if you're saying Alabama beat Georgia, that's why they're in the tech. That's why they're in the they're in the playoffs.
Georgia just won how many games in a row, and Georgia sat on top of the college football pro NCAA ranking all the way through the year until Bama.
But they didn't play nobody. That's what I'm trying to say. Georgia didn't play anybody.
They beat everybody on their schedule, just like Texas beat everybody on their schedule.
But they didn't win their conference championship.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Did I just say that Texas didn't beat everybody on their schedule like Florida State?
I think we're seeing. I agree. I think Texas,
yeah. Okay. So I think Florida State should have been 4.
Okay, that's where we disagree at, because I think Florida State should be 3. Okay.
I think Bama should be 3.
No.
And playing Washington.
So I think Bama should have been 5.
Me personally, the SEC. I'm a Tennessee fan also. Just for people watching, I'm a Tennessee and Boise State Bronco fan. Those are my 2 teams. I'm a ride or die for them. So Tennessee did okay this year. We weren't like last year where I honestly thought we should have been in the playoff, but I mean, we didn't go undefeated. But neither here nor there. Florida State is undefeated champ of a very good, of the 3rd best conference in the Power 5, right? Because we've been talking about the Power 5. They're the 3rd best champ. If they're the 3rd best champ,
Power 4 now, but yeah,
and the Power 5, well, we'll see what happens. Because ACC, Big 12, Big 10, SEC, don't sleep on the Mountain West, okay? Just Boise State, San Diego State. I'm kind of hearing that it looks like the leftovers. So Oregon State. Okay, like this. Right. The Mountain West is going to get good, but neither here nor there.
I like this saying right here. But if you're talking about money, take Texas out and put Ohio State in.
But Ohio State, too many losses. So. Of Ohio's, yeah, you know what? Dead serious. Let's talk about the money. Ohio State's not in because Ohio State is not Texas money. So nice try.
The only reason why, like I said, to me, I'm gonna say it again. They went off of matchups, not best teams.
Okay, and then matchups, I actually agree with doing, but they gave respect to Alabama because they beat the number 1 team in the nation.
That's fine. You gotta put them at 5.
But 5 is out of the playoff.
Because you shouldn't have lost to Texas.
Shouldn't have lost to Texas. So then Texas shouldn't have lost to Oklahoma State, who's nowhere in this conversation.
Correct. And like I said, if Georgia would have won, this whole thing wouldn't have even been talking. All right.
Because if Georgia wins, Alabama's out and Florida State's in.
Correct. Yes, because most likely Florida State's at 3 and Texas is at it. But it should have became.
No, they would have made Florida State at 4. For matchup purposes, they would have done it. They would have put them at 4, and then they would have wanted a Texas-Michigan championship. That's what they would have wanted. Even though low-key, I still think Washington's not done yet. If we're going to talk early predictions, they're not done yet.
So let's get there. We'll get there in a minute. So, okay.
I don't like Texas in this matchup.
I don't like, well, I'm a Pac-12 guy, so I'm going to go with them. And I'm going to love the fact that.
You're going to take Mr. UCLA himself is going to take Washington.
Pac-12, baby. I would love
them to the day they die. You know what? I'm proud of one thing right now, right? Both of our conferences in our lifespan have both died.
Yes. Yes. because
For those of you guys that don't know, I was always the outlier. My Power Fifth conference was supposed to be the Big East. The Big East went to the AAC, and apparently the AAC is about to die too. And it looks like two of those teams may join the Mountain West.
so
The Mountain West is going to be the new Pac-12.
like I said, I'm a Pac-12, and I would love to see Washington win the whole freaking thing, just because you destroyed that conference, never gave anybody out in the West Coast respect. I would love them to give Pac-12 to run it. I don't know if they will. I hope they do. I'm gonna root for Pac-12. I'm gonna root for Washington.
You know what's funny?
And I'm in ACC country. Actually, you know what? Technically,
You are in ACC country.
No, I'm not. Actually, I take that back. I'm actually in SEC country because I'm in.
No, you're just next. Okay, I mean, actually, you're in the AAC country also. So,
well, yeah, technically, I'm in the AAC country because we have our
Golden Knights.
But you know,
okay. So, I was a Big East fan. I have now because 80% of my teams are in the ACC. So you already know I was rooting for Florida State. Big ups to my man, Mr. Ephraim. He's been a Florida State guy ever since I was a child, and he still is. But everybody knows how much I used to love my Big East. Now I got Louisville. All of Louisville, Syracuse, Pitt, all of my teams are in the ACC, so that's just me. What do you say?
If you think Texas defense won't slow down Washington, you crazy. Penix ain't that good. Penix is your Heisman champion, bro.
Penix is going to be the Heisman Trophy winner, dude. Is it funny that Penix, broad scope, right? Broad scope. Doesn't Penix look like the uninjured version of Joe Burrow?
Yeah, and we'll get to that comment. We'll go to that thing maybe.
Yeah, that I'm just saying. I mean, because you know how I feel about Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's next show, but
yeah, okay. So
we got about 8 minutes. So
got you.
Give me your final take.
Final take. So our final take is: over the past 2 years, we have not done as many shows as we wanted to. You're growing, I'm growing, we're both changing. And in that being said, how many years have we been speaking about a larger playoffs where we talked about all the division champs should be in and get a shot at the title? I can't wait for new beginnings in college football. And there's one comment I heard over the past, I want to say month. If the rumors are true, the NCAA will no longer be viable in the next 2 years. There will be a new brand associated with all of college football that won't be the NCAA tag title. There will be a new company that comes in and helps all the brands, all colleges, new money. They're going to correct the NIL. They're going to do all of this right. We're going to get the old heads out of the building. And we're going to start new. We're going to start fresh. This is going to be nice. I'm going to start watching college football a whole lot more next year. I can't wait for the realignment. I can't wait for the Mountain West that's going to grow. I can't wait for the SEC, which is by and large and far the best football conference in the Power 5 conference. So my final take, new beginnings, man. I can't wait.
Yeah. So my final take is I kind of agree with you more. I've been waiting for this. I did a paper on the expansion of the playoff, and I can't wait to see it because where you get the right teams. I want it at 8. I hope it stays at 8. I don't want to go any further than 8 because I don't want them to dilute the regular season. So just keep it at 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
It's going to be interesting to see the two Southern California teams go to the Big Ten. I don't think they're going to be that good.
Not USC.
USC. I mean,
Defense and running game travels no matter where in the sport of football you are.
No, I understand that, and so does the house.
UCLA is going to roll some heads, brother.
And so does a house. Give a student a house, you might get him a better player. But listen, I'm going to curious and see how they're going to do with moving into the Big Ten. Okay. I don't know about everybody else. I'm hoping that Washington State and Oregon State go and team up with San Diego State and Boise State to make that Mountain West a great conference.
Wait, no, I thought Oregon had a bid to get into the.
Oh, Oregon State.
Oh, well, that's what I heard.
I'm hoping. That's what I'm saying.
Oregon State, Washington State go to the Mountain West.
I'm hoping that they go to the Mountain West because we went from a Pac-10 to a Pac-12 to a Pac-2. So let them go. I want, like I said, Washington going out with the bang and going to win the whole damn thing. And then
Oregon State become the Western power because all the players that don't go to the Big Ten are going to fall back to Oregon State or Washington State.
Right. So,
well, not Washington State so much, but definitely Oregon State. I think Oregon State can really be good, and they've already agreed to continue to play Oregon. I think that rivalry is actually going to get better.
Oh yeah, I think that rivalry.
Oh man,
I love that rivalry. I love all the rivalries in college football are great.
Okay, we want to talk about wishes. I wish Deion would have went to Oregon State instead of Colorado. Now remember, Colorado is going to the Big 12 again. And if you guys don't know, Colorado used to actually be in the Big 12. So,
yeah, well, also look, be careful what you're hyping up because Colorado, I didn't see any of those Colorado fans since after 4 weeks of the football season. They all disappeared.
Injuries.
No, not just injury, but just fans. They're not as good as they thought they were. They might be later, but it doesn't shock me the fact that they can't block anybody.
We knew that was going to happen.
And now your recruits left. You got some recruits that were leaving. So we'll see.
That's normal. That's only because they didn't get to play.
No, I'm talking committed recruits. People that were committed to Colorado, and then they decided they decommitted.
Right. Deion needs to go down. Look, Deion, go down to the Cornhusker State and sit in some of these parents' bedrooms of these cornbread 6'8" dudes that ain't coordinated, but they gonna stay in front of people. I'm telling you right now. Or you could do the other thing, which I've been talking about for years, and then they made a movie about it, and then I got upset. Go to Japan, recruit two sumo wrestlers to play football in America as your left and right tackle. I guarantee you, your son won't be touched.
Just as long as they're not raised by the Tuohys.
You got a good point there.
But
look, football has now, for those of you guys who don't follow football, Japan now has a football league. If you can start finding those sumo wrestling kids, I know, you can go ahead and hate on me. Y'all, look, first of all, y'all was hating on the hand catch radius, and then y'all realized it was something real. When you guys don't realize what sumo wrestlers' skill set is, they're born to be tackles and guards and centers in this league.
All right, look, Gene Hackman from The Replacements. We get you.
See, this is not fair, man. I was talking about this before the movie. This is why I'm mad. Like, I'm mad. See, I can't even. No, but it's like I don't have proof because I was young and we didn't have social media like this when I could have put it on camera before the movie.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, Daniel, how many years do we talk about having an actual multiple game playoff, and then all of a sudden college football said, yeah, let's have a 14 playoff. And then what do we say? That's not enough. Did we ever get that stuff on camera? We had those conversations? No.
Oh, I know. If we had a camera on the private feeds that we
7
had,
years ago? Yeah,
No.
7 years ago we started, like, for real. No, I'm sorry, 8 years ago we for real started this.
yeah.
Okay, you laughing, Rikishi? Imagine Rikishi in some pads. Who's gonna get around Rikishi in 3 seconds?
So
Maybe 2 dudes I know that could have gotten around Rikishi in 3 seconds. One is Lawrence Taylor, and the other one is Reggie White. And for some of you kids that don't know who they are, look them up. Like, I'm hurt.
yeah.
I've been talking about sumo wrestlers playing tackles since I was in high school, and it's like I'm never gonna get any play because of a damn movie.
We're gonna get out of here. Hey, come back to the YouTube channel
Mhm.
for Sunday Night Football watch along, because I'm gonna be watching the Packers and the Chief game. Sunday Night Football watch along. Come join me to watch it tonight. Patrick Mahomes' first time playing in Lambeau Field. So we should see how well that goes. And also,
I feel that.
Taylor Swift gonna be in the building.
Oh wait, no. I mean, okay.
And
You really want to go there?
And Simone Biles will also possibly be in the building.
Oh crap!
So
maybe there may be a reason. I'm just saying.
So Simone Biles, Taylor Swift might be in the building. Patrick Mahomes, first time in Lambeau. Yeah, that ain't happened. That ain't happened yet. I don't think that happened yet. But
let me chew my gum on that.
We'll have to wait for the New Heights podcast.
All right. For real, 3 minutes. Solid 3 minutes. Joe Burrow is a bust. He's not better than Cam Newton right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Cam Newton, no, dead serious. If you really want to go there, if I had to choose between the two right now, based on the way the careers have gone, how many years? I mean, I'm just going off the very top of my argument. I'm not dipping deep. 4 years. He was hurt year 1, tore his ACL. Year 2, right? Injured again. Went to Super Bowl. And hurt again. 4 years. Hurt for 3 of them. Let's start with that. Cam Newton came in hotter than your boy, Joe Burrow. Had a worse coach than your boy, Joe Burrow. And still looked better than your boy, Joe Burrow. Does Joe Burrow throw a better ball than Cam? Yes. Cam was more successful on the field than your boy, Joe Burrow. Now, another person that's a little bit better than Joe Burrow, you definitely don't want to hear this one. I'll just give you him because you know the name. He was in Indianapolis 2 years ago, where he had a winning record. The only difference is he got hurt before them Eagles went and won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. He would have been the MVP of that year before the Eagles went and won the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback over New England. I got 2 recent quarterbacks who are better than Joe Burrow right now who's not. What do we keep saying about Cam? I mean, I'm sorry. What do we keep saying about Tua? We want to see consistency. They just gave that dude the bag, and he's going to be hurt half the time of that contract. 3 minutes is up. As I fade away into the background.
So while he was doing that, let me just give you Joe Burrow's stats for the last, say 21, 22. I'll even give you the stats he had right now before he got hurt.
No, give them all.
Well, I only have till 2020. Okay.
Go for it.
So in 2020, he had a 65% completion through close to 2,700 yards, 13 touchdowns, 5 picks, had a quarterback rating of 89 points. So 90, quarterback rating 90. All right. You can say he had a bad year. Everybody probably had a bad year. It was the COVID year.
That's not a bad year. You know why it's not a bad year for me? The completion percentage.
Okay. So there's that, right?
Right.
2021, right? That's the year that they lost in 2021. No, that's the year they went to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. That's year
he didn't get hurt that year.
Right. He had a 70.4% completion.
This is what I like about Joe Burrow.
No, threw close to a little over 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns, 14 completions, and 108 quarterback rate.
Yeah. Beautiful. The next year,
68% completion, 4,000 and almost 4,500 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and 100.1 quarterback rating. Mm-hmm. And then this year, he was on the pace to go a little bit better. He probably matched the same exact. To me, he would have matched the same exact numbers as he had last year because he already had 66.8%. Remember, he got hurt and he didn't play. He missed. So he already came in injured. He had
that part. Okay.
Okay. He had a little over 2,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6%, and had a 91% rating. I think he would have had over 100% rating again. Okay. So Joe Burrow numbers are great. And I'm going to agree with Romero right here. Future Hall of Famer. Okay.
I love it. Now this is for those of you guys watching, Romero is the other person supposed to be in on this argument. So let me ask a question. So then you guys have Tua there too then?
Not yet, but I will.
Oh, really? Look at Tua's numbers.
I have.
All Tua's numbers have gone up.
They have.
Okay. What do we keep saying about Tua? Worried about his health and consistency, right?
Yeah.
Jamar Chase was so confident on being a Cincinnati Bengal. He was willing to be traded at the beginning of the season because Joe Burrow wasn't healthy, which is a common theme in Cincinnati. And you guys already know what I know about Zach Taylor. Bring another quarterback in there, and I guarantee you guys will see his true colors.
I got Tua's numbers right here too. Tua numbers.
Go for it.
Just identical as Joe Burrow.
Isn't that funny? But what do we keep asking of Tua? What do we keep asking of Tua that you guys don't want to ask about Joe Burrow?
Because this has. Here you go. Ready? Here you goes.
One place for the Dolphins, man.
Yeah, I know that. But has the Dolphins got to the AFC Championship game? No.
Have the Dolphins done anything since that undefeated year they keep clinging to?
Have the Dolphins won the AFC East yet? No.
They will this year.
But
guess what? They started here and they took steps.
But so did the Bengals. And this is what look though. But personally,
okay, go for it.
No. But if we're going off I'm not going off the teams. I'm going off the quarterbacks.
Go for it.
Tua's improvement year after year after year is getting better, just like Joe Burrow. Okay, they're pretty much equal. I'll say their stats are pretty equal.
Oh, add to that. Joe Burrow has a better offensive line than Tua.
Correct, probably, yeah. But I think the weapons are pretty equal. T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, Jamar Chase,
Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins, and then the tight end they let go to the Jets. That was stupid. But they got another tight end who's just as good. Like,
yeah, I mean,
look, if I had to choose, I'm saying the Dolphins' weapons are better than the Bengals.
I think
if I had to choose,
I think about equal.
I give you that. Like, if I had to choose, like if somebody had a gun in my head, okay, take Tyreek Hill the Dolphins.
Nah, I probably take the Bengals weapons over the Dolphins weapons just because the fact that the Dolphins have no tight end.
I give you that, but I think the Dolphins have a fourth wide receiver and better running backs. Like I said, it's a real flip of the coin.
But what I'm saying is this: is that's if you compare quarterbacks. Now, if you ask me about teams, I'm sorry.
The Cincinnati Bengals have a better team.
The Bengals Cincinnati Bengal team has hit the ceiling. They're not going to get any better than what they were. Their Super Bowl run or trying to get there and get championship is done.
Boy, I'm glad we agree on that one because that was the next point about y'all Hall of Fame quarterback.
Just like the Buffalo Bills, they did nothing to get better. Both their teams are falling. They've both reached their ceiling, to my opinion. Miami's ceiling is coming up, but I don't know if they're there quite yet.
Okay.
But the Bills, the way they're finishing the season right now, they're going down.
No, they're having an off year.
Cincinnati is going down. They're on the trajectory of downward.
Downhill, right.
They're on the
wait. Don't forget. Throw formerly San Diego LA Chargers in that list too. All of them are going this way.
Oh yeah. Chargers are gonna be that way until they get rid of Brandon Staley. Well, who's
I don't know because you just gave him the bag and now you can't pay any other wide receivers to come in there. And then the first round receiver you just drafted was a bust. And Mike Williams has been hurt every single year since coming from Clemson.
Brandon Staley all he knows how to do is lose games.
And he's a defense quarterback. How has he got the 31st defense in the NFL? I don't get that one. So, I don't get it. And what did I say at the very beginning of the season? You're like, oh yeah, they got the Chargers and the Broncos. I told you I like Sean Payton and Russell Wilson better than I do my man just sitting there by himself with Joe Staley. I love Herbert. He should have been a Dolphin. If we're going to have that conversation again. Herbert is sitting there by himself with no support.
Yeah. But all right. We're going to get out of here. I promise. Like I said, tune in tonight. Watch along Chiefs, Packers. I'm going to watch the rest of this football right now. As I was speaking, Tyreek Hill had another touchdown pass from Tua.
Fantasy.
So he is racking him up. But the game of the day, the Jets have 2 points. So, but
well, hold on. The game of the day is Denver.
Anthony Lynn was a better coach.
Yeah, hold on. We don't talk about we don't talk about politics on this show.
He was good. Yes, he was. So.
And Romero, hold on. I know you ain't up here tagging in when you could have been on here because your Joe Burrow debate is trash. Future Hall of Famer. How many future Hall of Famers are injury prone? I want to know this.
We're going to leave that for next week, but we got to get out of here.
You telling me he's better than Joe Montana? Future Hall of Famer after year 4. You're telling me he's better than Mahomes? Y'all stop pumping up this dude. Russell Wilson is still a top 10 quarterback in this league. Y'all sleeping on my boy again because he had a down year. Really? Did he just send me to the birds? Really? Oh man. Look. We're gonna do this again tonight. Let's watch along. We're gonna do this again tonight because you already know I'm gonna watch on my phone. And I just hope that let him cook. Which one? The one that's going to cook in the doctor's office, Joe Burrow, or the one that's actually playing? You're now telling me that Joe Burrow is better than Russell Wilson. Get out of here.
All right. Like I said, join us tonight, 8:00.
Yeah, I know, sweetness.
We're gonna watch along. We'll talk some other sports while the game is on. So join us tonight. I'm sure they'll be around.
21-7, Lions and Saints. X's score may hold up of 30-15.
What's your prediction for tonight's game?
I actually haven't done that yet. I did all the early games, and I put my picks out there before the game started. Hey, sweetness. My cat's messing around.
You want to give me a sneak peek of tonight? Give me a Packer Chiefs score right now.
I don't think you'll like it. I'll say this. No. I think the game's going to be way closer than we all think. The one thing I love about Mahomes can play in all weather. And it's going to be cold. I want to believe in love.
Chiefs favored by 5 points.
I want to believe in love. And I know he beat Detroit on Thanksgiving, which was huge for him. Imagine if he goes pass for pass with Mahomes. Now, Mahomes is not 100% an accurate quarterback, but he's what I like to call a position quarterback. He always puts himself in a position to make a great throw. I'm kind of seeing Love be to that same trajectory. Like, I see Love putting himself in the right position. Wait, which game? Which game?
So in I was the Detroit.
No, I saw your face.
The Detroit Lions versus Saints game. Alvin Kamara got hit out of bounds, right? Which that wasn't the problem. The problem was he just broke a guy's leg that was wearing that is not a part of any team. He's part of the NFL. And I believe he was the ball boy or so.
How come I didn't see that? I'm on right now. Whoa, Tennessee's winning.
So yes, I think he just broke this dude's leg. So, and of course my TV wants to act up. So I couldn't get to it. But.
No, I'm watching, I just can't show it.
Yeah. But.
Dude, how lovely would it be if Arizona beat Pittsburgh today? Even though I have Pittsburgh winning.
Who we got? I'm gonna take the Niners.
Man, why is Romero even asking? That's not a question. My Super Bowl pick is not losing. Period. Oh, you do remember my Super Bowl pick, right?
Yeah. So
okay. So
all right. Well, I gotta get going. I gotta go pick up some mess. Some dog got in the trash, so I gotta go get that.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, we might as well just do 2 games because that Philly San Francisco, that's the game of the year right now. I'm sorry, and when San Francisco dog walks Philly, there's gonna be a lot of hurt feelings out there in the world. It's gonna be big too. Like, I haven't even done my prediction yet because people are gonna be like, "You crazy?" Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm crazy like a fox.
Denver losing 13-0.
I said it was gonna be a fourth quarter game.
So,
Russell Wilson just got a first down on a scramble. It's 13-0. And I still think this is the game where they score the most points that they ever have this season. So that's why I got them for 28. I think it's like a lot. I got them in the high 20s against Texas. Just like I got Washington beating Texas in the first. Yeah. And I gotta make X breakfast. But I want to see what Kyler Murray is gonna do in the second half.
So
yeah. Who are you feeling in the Denver-Houston game?
oh, I like Houston, bro.
What score?
I'm up say. They're up, so they're up 13 now. I say I have it 28-24.
That's cool. I had Stroud throwing 3 touchdowns today. And I had the Chargers beating New England big. My question was Zappy going to score a touchdown today? Did Zappy score a touchdown today?
No. All right, so Alvin Kamara got the pitch, right?
Oh, you rewinded it, right?
Yeah. And he broke the leg of the dude that wears the black and yellow thing over the flag holder.
Oh, the stick?
Yeah,
the guy carries the stick?
But the guy behind him, the ball marker.
Oh.
Yeah, the ball marker. So he broke his leg. So,
dude, I'm surprised the Dolphins got 24 points in the rain in Washington in Chocolate City.
Washington's horrible. But all right.
But the defense got worse after they. I know. I gotta go too. I gotta make experts. If we're gonna do a watch along, we'll do another one and then another one for the. All right.
Come back later tonight or
Romero, bring your butt on. Romero.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
All right.